So hello again YouTube, DVD here. The purpose of today's video it will be to teach you about the new functionality of my TrackAssembly tool. As some of you might know, I mentioned something about support for Shinji's train tracks, so you all know that. Maybe I just know it, but you will see this thing here and you will love it also. Is that his rails in his add-on actually involve body groups. So what are those body groups? Well, the way as he mentioned about this is a way of attaching some prop to the other prop, and if this attachment is successful, you will get one whole model, including some models which are connected to it as a one prop. So let's stick to the real deal. I'm going to choose again my TrackAssembly tool, and here you got body group ID. So there. So here those are IDs. In fact, you have to count them. If you have, for example, 5 body groups, you have, if you want to use 2 of them, you just type 1, 2 and so on. If some of the body groups is not spawnable without some of the other body groups, those will be attached to the data, also will be spawned without you for selecting them. For example, remember the poles in the tracks, which holds the wires, the overhead wires above the tracks when you have electrified rail. So if one of the body groups is actually wires, then if you check just one, the wires will be levitating above the rails, which is kind of strange if you ask me. That's why I also include this thing. If you want the wires, it will automatically attach your poles for those wires to be connected to something. So let's stick to the real deal. Here are the Shinji's 85 rails, and we just need to click here, right switch, because this one is actually a scripted one. It's a alpha and it's still in test, so I'm giving you guys this exclusive functionality. So here I've got 1, 2, 3 body groups, as those switch actually involves 3 body groups, which are this rail that moves in the middle, made by 2 separate rails, and 1 button to change the state of the switcher. So if I spawn this, see what happens there. You got the button, which you can also use, and you got also the switches. This one that will be active will be collided with the train wheels. As you can see, it's collided to everything, and this that's not active should not collide to anything. In this way, this thing will make your trains run smoother, so to speak. So about the Shinji's add-on, I already love this thing quite much. It's amazing. So changes the state of the rail, and this thing is actually dynamically generated with my database. So if I stack some other things like, I don't know, regular PHX tracks, I just need to boom. Here the precision of this is quite amazing. So this thing also has 3 active positions, like a normal switcher, like it should. So let's test this with some kind of train to see you guys what I'm talking about. Normal, then we go to cheater clip block. There you go. That should do just fine. I just need to offset this thing for quite a bit. So percentage goes percentage. I need a height offset of 10, I guess. There we go. So this switcher is actually set to forward. I'm gonna drive my test train through it, but for me to do all that stuff I need to power on my controller. Slow and steady. See how my cheater clip wheelbase will not spaz when it passes through those rails. It's quite amazing if you ask me. Remember when I did one video a couple of times ago, and when I mentioned the spazzing on the proper rails were actually props. Here we don't have such problem, and the trains should run like they should work. Smooth working without any spazzing. Now I'll just switch the track to point that way, and this thing also don't pass. So again guys, I love those rails, they're amazing, and again it's Shinji who do it. I I really appreciate those things, they're quite awesome. And if you guys want me to put a link about his add-on when it comes out, I will be glad to do this. He's done an amazing job with those rails. So that's about it about the new functionality of my TrackAssembly tool. Again, I'll give Shinji credit for making those rails. See you guys in a couple of weeks.